in front of a lot of people. There's a delay on the show too, but there's also but it's still got a show to run. All right, so let's do this. Kayla, unmute yourself, Ms. Jenkins. Unmute yourself, please. I can. How are you? I am well. How old are you? Cool. What do you got for me?
You're saying I just started listening to your videos maybe about 2-3 weeks ago, and I am amazed at the amount of people that argue with you about this information. I'm like, I don't understand. All of these things are accurate. I actually sat in a clubhouse the other day for like 3 hours where people were just going in on like how wrong they think everything is about Kevin Samuels. And I'm like, I don't think people live in the real world, because if you did, you would understand like all of
Well,
these.
what state do you live in?
Well, I'm currently in Florida. I'm doing my
Okay.
PhD down in Florida, but I was living in
Hey,
Georgia.
PhD.
I'm a PhD.
See, one thing I realized is online is a different space. When I'm out and about, people this weekend it was like, I love what you do. Online you can draw people into any little click, but the bottom line is this: there's a reason people come back, and it's not because I'm wrong about everything. It's just that I don't think many people are saying this kind of stuff. Now, you're in Florida.
Yep.
You want to get a PhD. Do you have any children?
I do not.
Do you want to get married one day?
I do. Yeah.
Would you like kids?
I do. Yes.
So when will you have your PhD completed?
I will be done in 2 years.
So be about 35?
Yeah, something like that. But I did, like, if I got pregnant tomorrow, it's fine. I'm done with all my coursework. I'm just working on dissertation. So
what
like,
would a man be? What would a man equally yoked to you be?
so somebody who is socioeconomically similar, obviously.
Okay.
And
Are we talking
who,
over 6 figures or under?
at least 6 figures, I would say.
Do you care if he's black or not?
Not real. Well, okay. What I will say is that if you're not black, I need you to at least have dated a black girl before me. Like I've
Well,
dated.
the reality is the higher up we go, the more homogeneous we tend to be.
Yeah, yeah.
Men are
I mean, for me,
men are more race loyal. So
oh yeah, yeah. I know. I mean, for me, like I have a really strong MBA alumni network of a lot of other black people who also are above a similar socioeconomic level. So it hasn't been like that hard to meet other people who like live the way I do. But yeah. But I was calling in because so everything that you're saying, like I just want to reinforce this. Oh, sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I got a question. No. Okay, at 32, you're 32?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you not married already?
So there was a guy that I dated for a long time that I thought I'd be married to. Okay. Didn't come together that way.
How long were you guys married? How long were you guys dating?
About 4 years.
And when did that end?
That ended in like 2013, 2014.
Oh my God, that's almost 10 years ago.
I know. I've had 2 other relationships since then, but they
hold on.
No,
but we can't just skip on past.
Okay.
Now it's starting to get interesting. 2013, 2014.
Mm-hmm.
That's 7, 8 years ago. Mm-hmm. That would have put you in your mid-20s.
Yep. Yeah.
You want to get a man that is a 6-figure earner when you are
danger zone
27 to 35, and actually you will be at 36 to 60 range at no man's land, and you want him to be on your socioeconomic status. That's problematic.
I don't think so, because I keep it together. Okay. I mean, going by your standards of a high value woman, You know, I'm fit. I go to the gym
No, my
basically
standard,
every
that's not a
day.
high value woman. A high value woman is a different
Feminine.
thing. High value woman is attractive, appealing. She has a comforting character. She's disciplined and discerning. She's enthusiastic and exuberating. She's loyal and liberating. That has nothing to do with being fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, and submissive. I'm very specific about my terms. And the thing about high value women are feminine assets. Feminine
Hmm.
assets get snapped up quickly. Let me
Agree.
move you to the side because this may sting a little bit. Move you over to the side.
Hmm.
Feminine assets don't stay on the market until their mid 30s.
Hmm.
And you want a man who's earning at a level to where he's looking for a feminine asset. And if you, and real talk, if you were just working at Walmart, would your expectations for a man be the same?
Definitely not.
Then that's the problem. Your expectation of a man is based upon your academic achievement and your financial achievement, and that's
Not
no,
just that
no.
though.
Okay,
Sorry.
it's in there. Socioeconomic
Mhm.
status, and that goes. If you listen to my program at the beginning, I said that is one of the major reasons you ladies don't get it. We don't look at you guys the same way.
I agree. I mean, what you're saying is that it's based off of more visual appeal, which makes sense
I
to me
say
because
that's
men
where
are
it
visual creatures.
starts. That's where it starts. But there are
Hmm.
plenty of women who are visually appealing who don't have the other components, the femininity, the cooperativeness, the submissiveness, the ability to inspire, to be a feminine asset. See, if it was just about appearance, then a woman who's in a pretty professional posse should have no problem. But they do because they don't have those other components.
I agree.
That's why I said getting in. So when I hear a woman who's saying she's going to get a PhD, and you want a man on your socioeconomic level, you're making the same step that so many women do, judging a man on your income and your income and your education.
I mean, I expect other things in him besides to be on the same socioeconomic level, but agreed.
Well, okay, how many kids do you want?
Two.
Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant?
I don't mind working. I actually really like
Do
teaching.
you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant?
Um, yes, I guess would be the answer to that question then.
What percentage of the financial family load do you want to have to carry for a lifetime?
um, the only thing I think a man should be solely responsible for is the mortgage.
What percentage of the family household income do you want to be responsible for a lifetime? All of it.
Um, I guess mortgage usually makes up a pretty
What
significant
percent?
percent.
I don't know,
So
man.
I
But
after.
see, that's the thing. See, the thing is, men have to think in these terms, and
Mhm.
you ladies will say things in a piecemeal way, but from a lifetime. What percentage of the family financial responsibility do you want to have to be responsible for the family? That's mortgage, that's braces, that's dogs, that's trips, that's groceries, all that's in there.
Yeah. Um, I guess it's like maybe it's a 70-30 split or something,
I
something
don't
like
know. I'm
that
asking
after
you.
mortgage.
I'm asking. No, no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. Because you can't split it up after mortgage. It's all in there. Okay, if you say
Okay,
okay, if
let's
you okay,
let's
see,
say
this is
let's
what
say
women.
70-30.
Okay, but this is you need to turn off YouTube and all that stuff in the background because this is important.
Mhm.
If you never were to marry,
Mhm.
what percentage of your what percentage of your lifestyle would you have to pay for?
Um, 100%, I guess, right?
Exactly. So that
Yeah.
we got that part.
Hmm.
Okay, you got YouTube playing in the background. The volume is up. You on the
Oh, I thought it stopped.
yeah? You got to turn.
No.
Okay. Do you have when you have them on a speakerphone?
It's just on my computer. It says that my YouTube stopped.
Okay. You need to turn down the volume a little bit because we're getting a little loop back.
Okay, let
So
me.
if you got YouTube playing or something,
Is that better? I turned down the volume on my computer.
do you have the YouTube show playing in the background?
Mm-mm, it's on pause.
Close it.
Okay, I'll try that. Is that better?
We'll see. So,
Okay.
if you were to stay single, you're responsible for 100% of yourself. But if you were a man, how much do you want to be responsible for him and your 2 kids for a lifetime?
I I guess like a 70-30 split, something like
70
that.
30.
Yeah.
All right. And so, how much do you think it would cost to what state do you plan on living in?
Hopefully back in Georgia. That's home for me.
Like Atlanta area?
That's home.
How much would you need to make to support a middle class, upper middle class lifestyle for a family of 4?
I'd say we probably need to be pulling down at least around somewhere between 150 to 200K a year.
Excuse me?
Is that not reasonable? Right? Cumulatively? Like between the 2 of us?
150 for 2 people?
Is that wrong?
Okay. You make over 6 figures?
I mean, when
you
I
will be
finish the
making over
program,
6 figures?
Yeah.
So if you were making over 6 figures, you'd be making 2/3 of that yourself.
Yeah, I guess. But if I'm with someone and we have kids and everything,
No, let's just
I
stick to the
wouldn't
math.
expect to.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry,
stick
say
to
it
the
again.
math. Stick to the math. How much
Mm-hmm.
money do you need to? What area of Atlanta would you like to live in?
I have a home in West Midtown.
Okay, and ma'am,
Hmm.
for a family of 3, for you're looking about $300,000 annual.
Hmm. I don't have kids, so I'm very bad at the math on that.
Well, but the thing is, you can't be bad at math. At a PhD can't be bad at math, and this is the man you're looking for.
Yeah.
This is the man you're looking for. And black men in this country who make 6 figures or more, they're less than $250,000 of those. They're less than $250,000 of those, roughly.
Hmm.
So if you're looking for a man that's making, if you're talking about $300,000 a year and a 70-30 split, well, let's just say $300,000 a year, 70-30 split. Okay, that means you want to bring home 30%, and he's bringing home 30. He's bringing home the other 70. Of that $300,000, he'd be bringing in 210. You'd be bringing in 90.
Oh yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, but
Even if I went to
210 ain't.
teaching school.
No. But 200. But yeah, 90 it may not be hard for you. But see,
Yeah.
you need to follow the math.
Mhm.
The math tells everything. 300,000 because you'd want your kid to be able to go to a private school or a high-end public school. You'd want them to be able to have a car at 16 if they need to. You'd want them to be able to go to college or whatever, braces. I mean, you would want them to be able to start off life decently, not behind, right?
Right.
That's an upper middle class lifestyle. You don't
Yeah.
get there off of $150,000.
Yeah. I guess I never really ran the numbers on it, but that
But
makes
that's the
sense.
problem. If you don't run the
Yeah.
numbers, you don't understand how to look for the man. It's like, how do you hunt for something that you don't know what they eat? You got to
Right.
know what you're hunting for. And this is why so many of you ladies, even our PhDs,
I'm a PhD.
are innumerate. You don't know who these men are. So when I start talking about what they want, what they don't want, it's easy for you to be like, well, I don't think it's so hard. Or I don't know this until we start putting numbers to it. What percentage of men in this country earn over $200,000 a year?
I'm sure it's small. The other day, somebody gave me
5%,
the statistic of how many
5%,
people actually made
5%,
100K, and I was like,
5%,
I didn't know it was that small.
5%, 5%,
Yeah.
5%.
Hmm.
And here comes the hard question. If you're a man in the top 5%, and women on my show who call in from Massachusetts to Oregon want that man,
Hmm.
what does that man want from a woman?
Right. That's where the high value woman definition comes in, right?
Nope.
No,
See, that's the point. See, that's the
it's
point.
beyond high value woman.
See, my point is, ma'am, I'm
Mhm.
just asking you what you want. I'm filling in the picture of the life you say you want.
Hmm.
And now we're down to the man who can make the kind of income to support the kind of lifestyle you're talking about. And now I'm asking a question. You know what you want. I'm asking, what does the kind of man you want What does he want from a woman? And you don't know. You don't know. So if you don't know it, how are you going to give it to him? You ladies,
That's why I'm here learning from you.
well, you ain't paid me to learn this from me. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. I'm doing this for a reason. You ladies all want something, but you put more thought into your dissertation than a man. You guys just think I can just turn around and go grab one. And when I say, ma'am, the kind of men you're talking about are going to be harder to get over age 30. You said, I don't think it's going to be a harder problem. And what'd you tell me? Something about your freaking school network. As if that's a one-to-one.
Well, I think what I was trying to say is that there's just I guess I have a skewed perception because I know so many guys who make that much money.
Yeah, but they ain't trying to marry you.
No, that's not true. I mean, I wasn't calling in because I don't get guys who fit the description of the guys that I'm looking for. I was really just calling in to just reinforce the point of what you're saying.
No. I didn't say that to be funny, man.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm showing you guys is this is the mistake that so many women make. They think because these men are their colleagues and they're in their network, that that's the same thing as them wanting to marry them, deal with them. Ma'am, seeing as though you said it's not the same thing, I got to ask. These men you're talking about, you mean they're actively, you have the men in this circle right now actively pursuing you to be their wife? That's a yes or no question. It's not a joke. You're a grown woman.
Yes.
Okay, then how can he actively pursuing you to be his wife if you don't have a boyfriend?
I mean, I just got out of a relationship like 2 weeks ago.
But he cannot be actively pursuing you. This is where the ego comes in, folks. You got out of a relationship 2 weeks ago, and somebody's already actively pursuing you to be their wife? If that's the case, then you're right. You should have no problem. That make a lot of sense to me, but okay.
You say high value women are always in demand.
Ma'am, please, I don't want to do that.
Those are your words.
Yes, but I've defined high value several times.
Yeah.
Just because you're a PhD does not mean you're high value.
I'm not defining my value based on my PhD.
Okay. Well, yeah. I think we should end this right here because, see, here's the problem. This is where ego starts to get into it. And you're saying people on Clubhouse don't agree. And the thing is, the net of it is I talk to these men. I know these men. I know what these guys tend to want. And there's a big disconnect between what women think these men want and what they want. And if you have it figured out and these men are pursuing you, then it begs the question, why are you getting out of a relationship? Why didn't the previous one work? Where's the marriage to the guy we're talking about? That's the question. Because you seem to be putting on the appearance that you know what you're doing. Because in 1 minute you don't, the next minute you got it all figured out. Where's the marriage?
It's coming. I mean, I will say there's been nothing wrong with the guys that I've dated from like an high value man perspective or a socioeconomic perspective, any of those things. And I've been in serious relationships with them, and I've been engaged once. I've been, ring shopping.
I never said it was
like, it's not
but the thing is, ma'am, there tends to not be really, and thank you for being honest, there tends not to be any problems with the men. The problems tend to be on the women's side.
Well, in those cases, it was, in one of the cases, at least, it was a fidelity issue. And I know that, one of the things that you discuss is that, whether you include those morality things is outside of the.
Let me go ahead and speak to this too. Mm-hmm. You ladies who think you ladies who want high earning, low alphas are fooling yourselves.
Mm-hmm. You can't have a man that's faithful?
What did I say? You want high earning, low alphas, you're fooling yourselves. See, ma'am, I don't know if you realize you've come in here and in many ways you presented like women who want everything. You want a high value, low alpha who wants a woman who's in her 30s instead of a woman who's younger. And see, when I ask what do these men want, you don't know what they want because you can't tell me, but because they flirt with you or they say things to you, you're going to take it on fact that it's you. And I'm saying, okay, where's the engagement ring? Where's the marriage? People will say a lot of things, but let me go ahead and speak to the audience. This is where a lot of the delusion tends to come in because we believe what we want to believe. Men on this level tend to want women who are fit, feminine, cooperative, submissive. They tend to want women who are younger than them because if they want family and legacy, most men don't go for women in their 30s to be mothers. They go for women in their 20s so they have childbearing years, not women who are post 30 years old, though biological wall. And right now at 32, just getting out of a relationship, unless you're actively dating somebody right now to where you are going to be married inside the next 6 months or even a year, none of that seems to be on the table. So it's all just talk. And the clock is ticking.
Agreed.
The clock is ticking. And this has been an interesting back and forth. But at the end of the day, if you want 2 kids, high risk geriatric pregnancy starts at 35.
Yeah, my friends.
If you're saying that you have a man who, and are you honestly saying that you have a man who's making 6 figures plus who wants to marry you?
Yeah.
What's the holdup?
There's no holdup here. I wasn't calling because I have a problem. I was calling to tell you you're right.
So we're looking for an engagement ring when?
Kevin, when I get it, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna just come flashing on the show.
It's February 24th, 11. 8. Yeah. Well, if
write me down.
I'm listening. Hey, look. Okay, you say it, then here's the thing. I know people say a lot and it's a joke, but I'm really trying to understand why people take so long. And if you just got out of a relationship, a guy already wants to marry you, that's pretty unusual. But fine, if that's the case, drop to one knee, produce a ring of significant heritage, and let's get on with the I mean, like you said, you could be pregnant tomorrow. That's what you started off saying with, I could be pregnant tomorrow if the guy was right, but now all of a sudden you got a guy that's supposed to be right. Make it make sense. It doesn't. That's what you said at the beginning. I got a good memory.
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing with anything you said. Like, yeah. So that what you said at the beginning, I could be pregnant tomorrow. Why aren't you going to be married? I'm saying in terms of my timeline that my PhD doesn't limit me from being pregnant tomorrow. That's what I was saying.
I got it. But you also said the guy was right. If you got a guy who's wanting to get married and do all this other stuff, you should be ready to go.
Yeah.
Is he here in this country?
Yes, he is. Yeah, that last one. I was like, oh, Jamaica. Yeah, it's good times, but yeah, that's not serious.
All righty then.
Guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. More respect on the legend, Kevin Samuels. I think this dude was fantastic with the way he analyzes and explains things to these women. I think he did fantastic job than he could ever do. And more credit. People need to be giving him the credit that he deserves. Oftentimes, I get this statement from comment section that, oh, you often praise Kevin Samuels a lot and it's becoming too much. I think I don't praise him enough. To my understanding, I don't think that I've been praising him enough. He has been doing more. He has done more. He has stood up for Black community. I'm not just even going to talk about Black community. He has stood up for families. He has stood up for communities, men and women working together. And for that matter, regardless of whatever you would think of it being, always praising him or whatever the case is in, I am always going to praise Kevin Samuels for what he has been able to do. Like it or not, it is one of the big tasks that Kevin Samuels took on. I mean, we are in the woke system right now, right? And for you to be able to stand up against what women really believe in or what society really believe in when it comes to women, and you are able to have these type of difficult conversations, I think if someone is praising you, I think the person is quite right, and I think I'm right, and nothing is going to change my stance when it comes to Kevin Samuels. He's the godfather. He's the good. I love him so much for what he has been able to do for not just the community, but actually humanity in general. Now, talking about this lady, this PhD female here, right? I think the issue here with PhD females are they often come into the conversation with the mindset of, oh, if I'm a PhD, then I should not be like I'm learning anything from Kevin Samuels, because if you pay attention to the whole conversation, it's like she's just been copping and it's just not helping her. At some period of time, you were not in a relationship, and at some period of time too, you were in a relationship with a high value man, and they are trying to marry you and all this. I mean, why can't you just be honest, so that if this man have any information of whether or not you can be able to get a high value man, it's another conversation. But why can't you just be honest? If he can help you with this type of information, you 33 years old, pursuing a PhD, and your position is quite rough. Most men, I mean, would want a feminine female, and let's be honest, most women that are career oriented, most women that have earned themselves PhD, let's be honest, I've come across nurses. I've not dated a lady that has achieved PhD or something like that. I've dated, I mean, ladies that are professional ladies like nurses, teachers, and all that. And you realize that they tend to have some level of bad traits, right? And it's just not often the best. So talk of someone that is having PhD, it is going to be difficult for you to relate such a person. So I think having a PhD and thinking of a high value man, I think you line up women that are having PhD, like 100% of women that are having PhD, I think probably you're going to get just probably 1%, 2%, at best 5% that will be able to have PhD and still be that humble, be that submissive, be that respectful to a man that is of high value. So the reason why you tend to see more and more of black women that are earning high, being single, is the fact that they allow their corporate positions and, you know, their educational achievement to kind of infiltrate their head to a certain degree that they cannot even facilitate. Okay, this man is not looking for me because of my degree, so let me just put my degree beside and make my character the best for, so that this man can marry me. That's what it's all about. But black women, you know, they were told, get your degree together, get your education, and after that, you just can get any type of a man. So with the degree being the PhD and all that, they kind of like, I've got it together, and a man that will be getting me will be lucky enough to get me, and which has been a very misconception that has been given to black women, and it's only hurting them. This lady is 35 years old, and let's be honest, the arrogance, this lady still act like she still got some level of leverage when it comes to men or something like that. At 35 years old, how many men, not just, I mean, high value men, how many men, below average men, how many men are lining up for women that are over 35 years old? I mean, for what? Maybe that person have already reproduced with another lady and probably divorced, and he's just looking for someone for fun, because a man that is having something, right, he has built himself to a certain degree, and he's looking for family. It's never going to be coming for a lady that is 35 years old. It's not that you are inspired, but biology doesn't support that man's, you know, choice. Biology says that when a woman is in that area, 35, getting pregnant is risky, and men are intelligent. He's not going to take this risk, knowing that he has achieved all these things. Guys, catch you in the next episode. Let me know what you think and like the video. I'm out here, gentlemen. Peace and stay tuned.